Hello, my name is Matt, and thought I'd do a early morning video about what I've been reading this month. The last video, I don't know, it wasn't the greatest, but I am just starting, so hopefully I can only get better. I got the coffee here. It's like probably 80 degrees out right now, but hey, it's air conditioned and coffee's good, so why not? So I actually finished quite a few books this month. I'm just going to be looking in this book. Actually Goodreads will probably be a better way of doing this, just to remind me, because I'm an old man and I can't remember what I did 2 minutes ago. So let's see. I'm gonna try to go in order of when I finished these books. So I'm going to start with Dark Matter, which I'll probably have a picture of next to my head here, since I got it from the library, and I no longer have it. It's back at the library, so oh, that's good. Okay, so Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. It's like I don't want to, this is just broad strokes. I don't want to get into it too much, because it's one of those books, if you talk about it too much, you kind of give a lot away, and it's good just going into the book blind. So it's basically about this guy, Jason Dezen, I think his name is, and one night he goes out to a bar to meet one of his college buddies, and on the way home he gets abducted, and shit kind of goes sideways from there. It's pretty much about he goes into alternate universes, and throughout the whole book, he is trying to find his family again. Like I said, I don't want to give away too much, because, like I said, it's best to go into it blind. It's really enjoyable, pretty action-packed. It's a page turner. It kind of reminds me of like a Dan Brown book in that respect, where it's just like, oh, I gotta know what's going to happen to this guy next. But yeah, it's a fun book. I'd categorize it under science fiction, even though I think at its core it's a kind of a romance, because he's trying to get back to his wife and his family, his son. And the book ties up really well. Has a really nice ending. What else can I say about it? It is creepy in parts. And I think if you read the book, you'll probably know which part I'm talking about. It goes about 2/3 of the way through, it gets kind of off the rails, and holy crap, this is happening. It is about alternate universes, but he doesn't really get into the physics or whatever, the metaphysics of it all, and that isn't covered that much. So if you're worried about like technical stuff, it's not really, you don't really have to understand that to enjoy the book. There are parts, like the middle of the book, There are parts where it kind of reminds me of a Jules Verne book, like Journey to the Center of the Earth, where there's just like episodic, for the lack of a better word, episodic things, like all these, hopefully I'm not spoiling it, but he just keeps going into these different alternate universes, and it just seems like, okay, we're doing this now this, and then this, just to like fill out the book, kind of. But the way I'm describing it makes it sound kind of like I didn't like it, but it is good. It's a fun book, and if you like science fiction, fast-paced books, it's kind of chunky. I think it's over 300 pages, but the margins are pretty thin on it, or wide, I should say. But yeah, check out Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. There's also, I'll be mentioning later on that I'm going to read another book by him, which is on Apple. It's a series. Well, I'll just say in Alpines. It is the name of the book, but I don't know what the name of the show is. Might be Wayward Pines or something. Not Dipper Pines. All my Gravity Fall fans out there hopefully got that reference. So yeah, what's next on this? What did I read? Night Watch by Jane Ann Phillips was another one I read. This is a Pulitzer Prize winning book. It won for this year. I do have a book journal that my significant other got me, and I wrote about it in here. Took a few, just did like a broad stroke of the plot. I've been saying broad stroke a lot. Sorry about that. So yeah, I can kinda, I don't know how well this will, come on. That's probably useless showing you that, but that's kind of what it looks like on the inside. I got this, I think there's a date of 2011 in here. I got this quite a long time ago. I used it at first, and then I kind of didn't. I was like, well, I need this. I got Goodreads, but I don't know. I want to get back into like recording my books in this little journal. It's Moleskine, or Moleskine, or Moleskinini. I know I'm a weirdo. The weird thing with this is like it's very floppy. I don't know why I'm showing you that, but anyway, Night Watch. Back to Night Watch. Get derailed here. Must be the coffee. Okay, Night Watch. Like I said before, this was the Pulitzer for this year. In the previous video, I mentioned that I want to try to read all the Pulitzers. Pulitzer-winning books for fiction or novels. Night Watch is about this woman and her, I believe, 12-year-old daughter who is taken to, I just want to look this up. She's taken to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in West Virginia. They're taken by this guy who goes by the name Papa. And, I know, that's kind of weird. But, the book starts with that. And then it kind of goes back in time and goes into why this woman is being taken to this lunatic asylum. She is mostly mute, like she doesn't speak, and that's why we are led to believe she's being taken there. I don't know if I probably did mention this, but it is during like the 1800s American Civil War era. Oh, and there's my dog. Hush. And don't make me edit this video. Yeah, at the beginning you're taken to this lunatic asylum, and then goes back in time, and we find out some stuff about Eliza and her daughter Kona Lee, which is kind of a weird way to pronounce that, but it turns out Eliza had been sexually molested or raped, and that is why she has become mute. And I really don't want to give away too much, because I don't want to give any spoilers or anything, because I'll spoil it. So yeah, just know that it took place during the Civil War. I did say that it takes place like partially takes place in a lunatic asylum during the Civil War, but it's not really about the lunatic asylum. It is more about this family trying to find themselves again. Eliza's husband, I guess I should say Eliza's husband, went to war, and she has not seen her husband since, and later on she does get reunited with her husband, but it is kind of a tragic way. I think I'll leave it at that. It does have a satisfying ending. It's well paced. Of course, it's deserving of the Pulitzer. As you're reading this, you'll be like, yeah, I can see why this won. I don't normally like Civil War literature, but this one was pretty good. I enjoyed it. If you get the physical book, there are illustrations in it, or photos of actual, I think it might be based, I don't know if it is an actual place or if it's just based off of an actual lunatic asylum of the time. But yeah, it is a good book, and I recommend it. I hope I didn't leave anything important out. Okay, where are we at here? Almost 15 minutes. Alright, so I do want to move on to the last two books that I read. Let me just move on to the P section here. Alright, I'm going to be putting these up here since these were audiobooks. Very short audiobooks. They're real books too. But so I read Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers first, and then the second book in that series is A Prayer for the Crown Shy. And these are from the Monk and Robot series. I believe there's only 2. A Psalm for the Wild Built won the Hugo Award, which is a science fiction award, I believe, and the Nebula Award, which is another science fiction book award, I believe. Both books I really loved. The book follows Dex, a monk, and Splendid Speckled Mosscap, the robot. It mostly goes by Mosscap, though. The book starts a little slow. A Psalm for the Wild Built did, anyway. You meet Dex as they are leaving their I forget where monks live. I forget what that's called. Well, he leaves home, or I wish I could think of the word. But he goes out, and so Dex and the robot have deep conversations on life and society, and but it does move pretty well. Like, it's a pretty fast-paced novel. Like, nothing is like repeated throughout the novel, really. In the second book, she talks about PEBs and how they are used as currency, and and she never really talks about them in any other subsequent chapters. So it does take place in I guess I should have said that it takes place, I believe, way in the future, I guess. I'm not even sure if it takes place on Earth. I'm pretty sure it does. And yes, I did read the book. It takes place, to me, like in a world like modern Japan, kind of, almost. It reminded me of that kind of, like a utopian, it's like a utopian society now. And the monk goes to different places and does tea ceremonies. When we meet him, their first tea ceremony, because they go by that pronoun. They do tea ceremonies, and his very first one was not not very good. But he gets I keep on saying they get better as they go through the book. When they meet the robot, it's the first time humans and robots have met since this event way back in the past. I forget what it's called, but it's when humans let robots free to do what they want, so they just kind of dispersed and went in forests and just did their thing. So Dex is the first one to meet up with the robot after so many years, and the robot wants to know what humans need, and that's kind of the basis of the whole book series. And Dex doesn't know what humans really need, and I guess you never really do find out what humans really need, and I think that's kind of the crux of the story. Like, humans don't really know what they need. But I don't know what I need. I need more coffee, that's what I need. I'm looking at my book here, and I just wanted to mention that it at least gave me a little bit of Tales from the Loop vibes, a little bit. Maybe just because of a robot being in it, but I don't know. I've heard this book described as cozy, and I mean, it is. It's nothing. I wouldn't say anything really bad happens in the book. It's just, I don't know. It's just nice, and I've heard people I've seen people on Goodreads give the second book kind of harsh criticism because they say that people aren't nice. like people in the book are too nice. But I mean, it's a utopian society, and I don't know. I mean, if you can't believe it's a fiction, it's a fantasy. Like, if you can't believe that people can be nice, then I guess we are not that close to a utopia. Because I don't know. To me, that was a silly criticism of the book. Like, you can still suspend your belief for a book. I mean, people can be nice in fiction. It's a fictitious utopia, and I don't know. It was just a fun read. I really liked it. I gave it. I said I wouldn't critique books on this channel, but in my book here, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, both of them, because I don't know. It just covers. I don't know. It brings up a lot of deep philosophical questions, I guess, and I really loved these books, and I'm a fan of Becky Chambers now. I kind of want to read more of her stuff. So, 2 thumbs up for a psalm for the wild built and a prayer for the crown shy. I can never remember those titles. Thumbs up for the stories. Thumbs down for the long titles. I do want to quickly mention books that just want to try to not be too much in shadow here. Okay, before I end the video, I want to bring up some books that I'm currently reading. I know I brought this up before, but this book, The Overstory by Richard Powers, I'm about halfway through it. Another Pulitzer winner. It's good. It's long, and I kind of wish it would get to its point. Right now, it's following, I don't know how many different people, but I don't know if they'll ever like converge. The stories will converge into one story, but right now it's just they're following a couple different people, and it's the overarching theme is trees, I guess, and how trees have entered into our lives, and how they affect the lives of the characters in this book. The book is a little hard to describe, really, but I'll talk about it more when I've finished it. Have my own, probably have a video for it when I finish it. So yeah, the Overstory. And I don't have the book for it, a physical book for this one. I'm listening to it. The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson I am listening to right now. It's my first Brandon Sanderson book, and I like it a lot. All the characters are pretty cool in it. I like the action in it is pretty on point, and I don't know, I don't know what else I can say that others haven't said about it. I'm not very far in it. I'm maybe 30% into it, so I can't talk about it too much, but what I have read, I've really liked. It doesn't have a lot of the BS that like other traditional fantasy books have, but yeah, the characters are really cool, and I am enjoying it. So yeah, that is about it for that. And I just want to talk real quick before I end the video about my upcoming reads, probably for September. I'll talk about this one first. I got this one from the library, another Blake Crouch book, Pines. Like I said, Dark Matter was good, so I hope this one is good, and I hope I can renew it, because I think my time with it is drawing near, so I'll have to check on that online soon. And this big boy here, Lonesome Dove. A lot of people have been talking about this on Booktube, and it's a chonky boy. I've been in and out of reading it. I got the audiobook for it just so I can listen to it while I'm working. And the characters in it are really cool, and I'm enjoying it. And once again, I'll probably do a video on it when I'm done. Yeah, I think that's about it. And oh, I do want to say this is kind of, I don't know, I don't like it when people say this in videos, but I'd like and subscribe, you know, and feels like I'm hawking my wares or something, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling, so I probably should end this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I see you in the next video. Goodbye.